Wow, yeah, welcome back to Custom Venture. Okay, if today is the first time of coming across my video, I want to say you are welcome. And I want to say big thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you very much for always being there. Each time I upload my video, each time you have opportunity of watching it, please do subscribe, give it thumbs up, like, share, and then subscribe. Thank you very much. If you have come across this my video, the first part we cut it, we just cut. But this second part, like I promised, that I will show us the sewing aspect of it. Remember, we have cut the back panel. This is it, and then the front panel. Okay, this was all we cut, and the sleeve, we cut the sleeve. So the first thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to create the button line there, the space for the button. Then, so how do I go about that? Let me put the back panel there. So okay, so we're going to fold this into two, the middle of it, to get our button line. Okay, so get your center very well. Okay, so I just cut about 9 inches downwards, then open it. Okay, I won't open it. I'm going to cut a cape for this place to turn it in. Okay, to cut the cape for the front panel now, place the cloth there and mark the neck circumference there, mark it there. Okay, mark it the shoulder side too, the middle one. Okay, we don't really need it to get to the armhole. It's just only the neck circumference side we want to put the cape to turn. Okay, then having done that, you trace it. Okay, before you cut it, excuse me, you will need about 2 inches or 2.5 inches wideness for the turning. My grandbaby is eager to learn sewing. Okay, so just tape it round like that, measure it round, just 2 inches or 2.5. Then you cut it out. Okay, okay, I haven't cut it. This is how we're going to place it. We place it like that around the stitch over it. Okay, and then turn it. The same thing goes for the second side too. You do the same to the second side. Place it, run it, and turn it over. That's about that. So for the back panel too, I'll be cutting a cape for it. Okay, this time around, we'll be mindful of the armhole. It has to cover the armhole side because there will be overlapping for the back. Yes, look at that, is going to be done. Mark it. That is the neck circumference. Just trace it like we trace the front panel too. For this one, I'm going to be mindful of the armhole, because by the time we turn it, it's going to get to almost half of the armhole there. So you bring it out. Cut it there. From there, I'm going to be just about 8 inches, 6 inches. It depends on how you want it to overlap. Mark with the chalk. Okay, trace it. Cut it out now. Then look at how it's going to be placed. No, you are going to turn, yes, negative to positive. So by the time you turn it, the positive will stay on the positive. So we need these two pieces for the button side, where the button hole will be staying and where the button will also stay. The smaller one is for the button. This one just need about 8 inches with 2.5 inches. Okay, so the smaller one where the button is going to stay will be at the right hand side of this senator's top, and then the wider one will be by the left, so the button stays by the right hand side. Okay, so it now depends on what you want. Do you want a chest pocket? Do you want an inner pocket? Do you want to leave it without any pocket? It all depends on your choice. I will leave this one without pockets. On the machine now, I've turned the neck circumference. Yes, my granddaughter is just eager to sew. Okay, yes, the same thing. I'm going to turn the back panel now. Look at how it's going to be placed. The positive rests on the negative. I turn it, sew it around and turn it. Okay, it has been done. Can you see? So as simple as that. So it's turned over. Simple. Okay, so I'm now going to run the stitch. You need iron in there. You can press it to make it neater. Then run the stitch. I've run the stitch over it. It's now well placed. It's now well pressed. So what is the next thing? Yes, the placing of the laps for the flap for the buttons and the button. Oh, remember the button stays by the right hand side. Okay, so it's the smaller one that will carry the button. Run the stitch. That's the front one. It has been done. Attaching the flaps to the button side. Okay, you have to take note of this place. I haven't attached the flaps to it. We are going to cut something like V to the end of one flap and to the other second flap to turn it. Okay, so that it can come out very well when you are turning it. This is the smaller side where the button will be staying. You fold it and run your stitch. Okay. Okay, the second side where the wider flap is staying. Of course, that's where the buttonhole is going to stay. Okay, we're going to run the stitch and then turn it over too. Okay, it has been turned over. Can you see it? Look at it. You fold the edge of it, then let it overlap the smaller side. Look at it very well. Okay, let it overlap the smaller side of the flap. Okay, so that it doesn't open the chest when the button is on. Okay, the wideness of the bigger flap should just be about 2 inches. Okay, then you run your stitch over it. Okay. Okay, it's not completed. It has been stitched. The button side has been stitched. Can you see it? Okay. So what is the next thing? We're going to put the back panel on the front panel and then stitch them together. The front and the back panels are fixed together. Stitch the shoulder line, join the side, fixing your sleeve.